I think we are live. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. As you all know, I'm Kim Clark and I'm the publisher of Deep Waters Books, and I have the distinct honor. I think we are live. Oh, good. We are live now. I'm Kim Clark. I have the distinct honor of interviewing Sherry Barron, author of her new amazing book, Hello, Jesus, Where Are You? It's a trauma healing coloring book actually in English and Ukrainian for the children of Ukraine. And it is amazing. So, hi, Sherry. And she has her an
Hi.
amazing husband, Doug, here as well. So, hello. It's so great to see you all.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. So, before I start, tell me a little bit about your passion for the people, especially for the children, the next generation, and why, for the children of Ukraine, and why we've got this incredible book right here. I should put it in front of
Well,
me.
I would like to begin by just saying that my husband actually went to Ukraine in 1990, was it 1992?
91.
91, and to show the Jesus film in Ukrainian for the first time for all the people. So that's where it started.
Wow.
And when we had the opportunity on staff with Crew in the Crew military ministry, a part of Crew, we had the opportunity to go over there in 2018 to do a family camp for people who are suffering from PTSD at the time. And so these people came to the family camps that we were able to put on in conjunction with the staff that live in Ukraine. And we had an amazing time there. We met so many people that are hurting because of the war situation.
This camp was for military members of the Ukrainian army and their
Yeah.
families. And so that's where we kind of
Step.
got a big heart for the Ukrainian situation and the things that families are going through over there.
One of the things that had happened that was surprised me was that I had, at being on staff with Crew Military, I had written some books for children for the American soldiers and people coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq. I know that's not coming through very
All
clearly,
right.
but anyway,
They're all on Amazon too, so they can find
yeah.
them on there.
Anyway, yeah, just Google Sherry Barron. But anyway, um, so they had taken these books and already put them in the Ukrainian language. And so
Awesome.
this is amazing. I was so surprised. So then when someone asked us to do a book for the recent war situation, I was happy to do it.
Oh, wonderful. So, how many books have you written, Sherry?
Let's see. If you're including all educational things, because I'm also a teacher, I have written probably, let's see, about
6.
7 books,
So
7 different books.
7 books. Awesome. So, this is your seven.
Yeah,
Oh, and it is, as your publisher, it is such an honor to walk through this with you. This is an amazing book. And it's actually the illustrations were done. I'm trying to hold this up so that my background isn't blurred by an amazing Ukrainian child as an artist. So
yeah,
there, you've got to go on Amazon to look at this. This is it in Ukrainian, and they have. I love the questions about for help with a parent and caregiver. And one thing I loved is a lot of the ministry workers over there, the missionaries are saying this will be great because when we're experiencing bombing, I know that it's not in the news as much, but it's very much war torn. There's so
yeah,
much still going on, and the children are just they don't have the emotional bandwidth and intelligence or maturity to process the horrific things they're
mhm,
seeing and witnessing. And you really address that. There's a chapter on each child, like, for example, chapter 12, Why Am I So Scared? And there's a beautiful picture there. I hope you can see that one. And this is of Arena, and she talks about she loves to dance, and you could color that. And then there's a message to the parent and caregiver. And what about you? What do you love to do? And the war has made it impossible for Arena to go to her dance lessons. What fun things did you have to stop doing because of the war? And I think that's important to meet people who, especially children, in their trauma where they're at, and to just say, "Hey, this is hard. This is hard where you're at. You've had to give up things, and what makes you scared? What did you do when you heard things that made you scared? How can meaning the parent or caregiver, help you when you get scared? Do you have any questions about Ariana? So this is really raising their emotional intelligence, how to deal with trauma, because so many we were just so terrified. We go into shock that we don't even deal with it or talk about it. And then it comes out in other ways, especially in anger. As you all know, I have a ministry that I go into prisons and jails, and I see many people just stuck in the grief cycle in anger. And I think with children, they can get stuck there as well because they don't have the way to process out of it. And then you have matching words over here, which I think is adorable, the little book. And then with definitions. And I love your feeling faces here. I see this in many in many trauma healing and with children. Describe how you best feel and how I can help. And then there's a prayer at the end. So this is a definitely a Christian redemptive book in both English and Ukrainian. So this is an amazing resource. I have to say kudos to you. This is incredible.
Thank you.
Kim, the 16 chapters are in that book were developed via interviewing moms in Ukraine about what are the questions your kids are asking you as the mom about what's going on over there. And so gathering all that information resulted in these 16 topics to help them specifically help mom, because parents a lot of times don't even know how to respond necessarily. And so the parent and caregiver section is designed to help them have a basis for talking to their child or children as they talk about what's going on. And so I think it's a really helpful situation.
Absolutely. Just some of the, well, I'm going to run through because I think they're so awesome and so helpful. Who are the bad people? What makes people do bad things? This is not just for children in the Ukraine. This could be any child who's experienced childhood trauma. Chapter 3, where will we be safe? Why is there war? Who is going to help us? What is going to happen to us? What's wrong with my daddy? So many of the children's parents, especially the fathers, have come back with PTSD and are changed and need just healing and just care. And of course, the child's so confused. Another one is, why do we have to go away? Who will love me now? What happened to my grandpa and grandma? Where did my friends go? Why am I so scared? Who can help? What happens when we die? Is there really a God? Why should I believe? So these are just so powerful, just trauma topics that any child or any, I loved it. I thought they were very healing and cathartic just for me. And then you have the appendices at the end, parents and a caregiver section, prayers we can pray for our children, prayers we can pray for our parents and caregivers, and about the author and about the illustrator and even about the Ukrainian translator. And you have a great section about resources. So this is a no joke book. This is serious a book, and you can really see your educational gifting come out as your teachers.
Thank you. I do have a teaching background, and so I'm not a licensed counselor, but due to the fact that we've had so many years working with the military and having that experience has really given me a background on how to deal with people, because we were working right during the Afghanistan and the Iraq war situation. We were working with military families that were also suffering, American military families. And so, yeah, that's what gave me the motivation, so to speak, to write the other books to help the children understand why their parents were different after coming back from war situation. And so this book, however, is written for the children who are actually suffering from PTSD. So yeah, and I just hope and pray that it really does truly lead whole families to come to know the Lord, because there's lots of resources in here, not only in Ukraine. The people that are going to be distributing the book in Ukraine are our ministry partners. And so Crew Military in Ukraine, the Crew Military in Ukraine are the ones that are going to be distributing the book. So
Oh, that's wonderful. And this is really focused on for caregivers and children of 5 to 8 year olds. And of course, it's in English and Ukrainian. Its first part is in English, the second part is the Ukrainian. So
yeah,
they can flip back and forth and not only learn how to be healed from trauma, but also learn English and as they're
Yeah,
studying. So it's
yeah,
really a double lesson. So I think it's amazing. It's really well written. It's well done. It's in language that a 5 to 8 year old can easily understand, and how a parent or caregiver can come alongside these children. Because a lot of times, I mean, they don't even know how to process the
right.
horrible things going on around them, and let alone to explain to a child, and they have the same questions.
Yeah.
To really address those questions, uh, like this is a brilliant way to not only share Christ, but also to provide healing. So I mean, kudos to you. This is available on Amazon. So go on Amazon, grab your copies. It's available, and it's going out to the Ukraine. Now, if people want to support you as missionaries and support your work, how would they go about and do that?
Goodness, that's a hard question to answer in a short amount of
Well,
time. But
Well, the easiest thing to do would just to be communicate with Sherry on the Gmail address that we have for
yeah,
the book. And if they're interested, we can just explain to them the
yeah.
details of how to do that.
My email address for the book is sherrybarronbooks@gmail.com.
right. So that again is Sherry Barron Books at gmail.com, or you can even message her on Facebook
Yeah,
and you can get in touch with her. But they're just kudos to both this amazing husband and wife duo of
yeah.
how they've just passionately shown Christ, shown the redemption and the healing power of Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit.
Mhm.
It's just I can't wait to see you both in heaven and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I had to spoke in this wheel to see all these incredible lives that you have touched through the gospel and through Jesus Christ. So major kudos to you all.
Thank you. Well, I do want to mention that the lady who translated all of the English text was a pastor's wife over in Ukraine, and she's an English teacher in Ukraine. And she's the one that really, when we suggested having English and Ukrainian and all in one book, she said, that is wonderful because I take my students down into the underneath this in the places where we are kept safe. And that would be a perfect thing to bring the book and some crayons. And then we can talk, we can practice English and Ukrainian, and then we can also color and have some healing going on. So,
Awesome. Redeem the time. Redeem. What is it? What Joseph, what you meant for evil, God will use for good. Like
yes,
that's absolutely. So
Right.
again, this is available on Amazon. If you'd like more information on what Sherry and Doug are doing, you can email them at sherrybarronbooks@gmail.com or message them Sherry Barron on Facebook. I will tag her so you can do that. Is there any last thoughts you want to share with everyone, except go to Amazon and buy the book, obviously, because it's great. It's an excellent resource. And some people might want to buy the book for children of the Ukraine so they can contact you to do that. But anything else you'd like to share?
Well, just in my investigating, I have seen that the book is on every Amazon platform, and whatever country has an Amazon
Excellent.
platform, it's on there. So
hmm,
if you're in Poland or Germany or actually South Africa, I was just communicating with someone from South Africa, and it's on the list down there too. And the other thing I want to say is Sherry says she's not a counselor, but she does have a master's degree in special education. So she's not, this is up her alley of dealing with kids with emotional issues. So
also, we're leaving in 2 weeks to go to Ukraine for a month. And so when we come back, we can really give some good reports back.
Maybe we'll have you on again. And like,
Oh,
so to be continued, do another
that
Facebook
sounds great.
Live for an update. So, but again, go to Amazon, grab a copy of this, or contact Sherry or Doug, and just if you want to buy copies for the children over there to support what you're doing, because major kudos to this is, I know, going to touch just tremendous, so many children's lives. I just actually showed it to a missionary today at a mission breakfast at a church. She's like, oh, it even has the Ukrainian flag colors on it. And so, yeah,
Oh,
we really made it just so sweet. And it's been an honor to work with you all on this
thank you, Kim.
process. And it's been such a beautiful publication. I'm so excited that Deep Waters Books can be a part of this.
Thank you.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, we're signing off now. Again, go to Amazon, grab a copy, or email Sherry at sherrybarronbooks.com to support her. And again, God bless you guys. Have a great day. And remember to
Okay,
lift your
Thank
gaze.
you.
bye bye.
Bye.